I wrote a letter to Samantha. I said, "Dear Samantha, I'm just trying to find the words to express how I feel. I feel grateful to have read something so inspiring and made chills run up my spine. You nor I can understand the struggles each of us have been through, but both you and I know struggle. Although I have no disability, I was disabled, a lost soul looking for the right path in all the wrong directions. Angry, sad, alone, depressed, for me and to the real. I struggled to make friends because of the scars embedded in my face and the burn blisters and scab cuts from the wars I fought at home. Middle school, high school were the worst. I constantly tried to fit in. For this I stood out, always earning for attention and got the wrong kind. Always trying to seek others' love and affection when I myself hated the person I was. I admire your strength because in reality it's beauty. I admire your wisdom because of the struggles you endured to become wiser. I admire you because although the world may have been a heavy burden, you endured it, and instead of running away from your pain, you faced it and learned from it. I wish I was the same as you, your heart and your strength. I now have accepted myself for who I am. A lot has changed. Like you, I look at things differently. I see the good instead of the bad, the beauty instead of the ugly. And I know that although people may think otherwise, I know my beauty is not ugly. So thank you for not just your writing, but your beauty, your beautiful strength, your beautiful courage, and for your beautiful wisdom. Because no matter what anyone says, you, and now I know how truly beautiful you are. Thank you for giving me the chance to learn from and admire such beauty.
I think we should just stop right there.
You read, so you told them about them and then they wrote about it? Oh.
That was beautiful. Amazing. Thanks, Daniel. You want to pick somebody? Yeah, right? Pick somebody.
James.
You got audio. All right, listen up, quiet.
I also wrote a letter to Samantha. I said, "Dear Samantha, every day people go through their entire lives living but not truly alive, taking in deep breaths of oxygen while never truly appreciating or coming to understand the gift brought about by this action. They allow life to pass them by and never find true purpose or meaning in life. I say it because as I listened to your letter being read this evening, one thing became immediately evident to me, and that was that you are the essence of life. Your spirit, energy, love, and courage are pieces of you that can never be expressed simply in words, but only by the presence you bring into a room even when you're not present. Your strength is something everybody can learn from. It's an inspiration to myself as well as everyone in this room with me. My words will never be able to depict nor describe how much your words and you as an individual have motivated me even further to continue working harder than ever before. Thank you for being a hero in this world and showing all of us that no matter where you are, what you are faced with, you can always overcome your struggles. A reminder that our hardships are to be used as fire is to a sword in order to make us better, not only sharpening us from the outside, but more importantly, building a solid core from within. Thank you again, and I assure you, you have many more friends than you know, including me. Continue being a light to this world because nothing could ever hold back how amazing you are. Continue teaching us what it means to truly be alive and not simply living. Love, James.
Amazing. I love the line about how you're in this room even though you're not present. It's beautiful.
Popcorn? Nice popcorn, Johnny.
I wrote about overcoming like not having parents. So I was like, when I sit down to think about where I am in life, I feel a sense of pride acknowledging the struggles I've overcome. Things that growing up I could only remember being ashamed of. I'm an orphan, and I say that with pride. I have met my father and my mother, and I am proud to be nothing like them. All they care about is money and themselves. And I am proud I have never accepted a penny from them. I learned how to read without them. I learned how to write without them. I learned how to defend myself on the streets and how to shave in jail. My grandma taught me that the best way to live and enjoy life is to help others. I got myself to college. I traveled the world twice over. First bed I ever owned, I bought without them. I'm a homeowner, an uncle, a caring friend, and someone's life partner. And I did it without ever having them or their love. I am proud to say that I am an orphan, that I've been homeless and locked up, that I've overcome depression and the constant fear of being abandoned. Because every day I wake up and look in the mirror, I am proud of who I see and the man their absence made me.
Man, that's some fire right there.
Yeah, knock him out the chair.
I couldn't really get my mind straight, but there's an old piece that I know fits right in. It says, they should never judge a book by its cover, but for some titles you just can't resist. So intriguing and unusual, but yet so sacred. Your thoughts start racing, your soul starts pacing, and you succumb to it like darkness does to light. But in the binding of one's pages, you discover what's behind those ages. For the lucky, a happy little life. For some pain, for others hatred. For most, unhappy twisted places. For you are not alone. You are but a stroke on the masterpiece. One conceived of so many common streaks. So don't dwell on your past misfortune. Just open up to life's great fortune. Let it ease the past away. And may you seek another day. Ignoring what they say because they wouldn't last a day in these run-down shoes. I know.
Hey, I ain't even finished writing.
Yeah,
get back to me, man.
Yeah, I'll come right. We don't get no back.
I'm surprised.
Jimmy?
Jesse or Jimmy?
I said Jesse, but.
Oh, Thank you.
Jimmy wants to
So Samantha, I can say thank you to you every day for putting things in order and so simply that I am lost for words. I know that the letter was not meant to pull heartstrings, but it does. It does in a way that makes me value things a lot more or just refocus. The letter was inspiring in so many ways. I did a lot of time straight, and at times I would think I would never go home. In those times I would find myself in thought, prayer, beat my chest, scream, or look up and do a war cry as if I was going into battle. And at times, now I find myself being overcome by the outside normal life and that I lose focus on the goals that I set in motion already. Though it's strange when something so powerful as words or another's will sparks that fire from within to regroup and buckle down to focus on life. I thank you. I thank you for that. And I thank you. And I thank you. And I thank you. Philly. Cool. Scotty.
What do you call me?
Scott.
Not her.
He's all Philly. You like how it was that too? He's like,
Oh, comment on that one,
I've been sitting here for quite some time on this rail between two poles waiting to speak to God named Celeste, aware of the fact that obstacles are placed in our path, thrown in our face. How we overcome determines whether or not we pass the gates. Though I have not been able to find any kind of present that presents itself in the form of a formula formed from past events plugged in the present to predict the future and far beyond pain, why then do some presume to give a forecast of the weather with a jar of rain? Same to assume tears running down her face originated, source out of fear, whose right to determine in relative terms a gift or flaw. Without the universal law, there'd be no gravity. With no gravity, there'd be no atmosphere. With no atmosphere, I would be dead, because life would cease to exist. Without universal law, there'd be no gravity. With no gravity, there'd be no atmosphere. With no atmosphere, I would be dead, and life would cease to exist. Henceforth, the gratitude list.
Can I ask you a quick question? Did you write a poem called Rap Bag? Is that you? No. Sorry.
Alright, I go. I'm gonna finish it. I already let us to Samantha. Hello, Samantha. My name is Candace. I am 29 years of age. I was born with a chronic illness called sickle cell anemia, which is a blood disorder that is caused when two people come together that has the trait. I have more white cells than I do red. My blood cells are shaped like the quarter moon, and normal blood shapes is shaped like a donut. And oh boy, it is very painful when I am in a too hot or too cold temperature. My body will start to ache out of the blue. My joints will start to ache with endless pain, feeling like I am being stabbed multiple times in my joints with a nice pick. I can go on, etc., on giving you different examples on how this pain feels. I understand your pain, and oh boy, I know the struggle gets real. Don't get me wrong, I do have some good days, don't get me wrong, and when I do, I try to cherish every moment by the second. Blood transfusion